We have a CAGR of more than 40-45%. So I feel that the most important mega trend for the future is definitely AI. Government has said that we need 250 gigawatt of solar power by 2030. China controls 80%
Of the world?
world. So the solar pump has also become a very, very big thing in the country. If you study in 2022, their sales was only 69 crores.
Correct.
And 2023, the sales went to 2018 crores. And if you get the right stock, the stock can go at a CAGR of 40%. This is how you make wealth. I think so. One book which is very simple, which gives you some of the ideas.
Hey guys, what's up? In this Connecting the Dots episode, we are going to talk to Mr. Shailesh Saraf. Now, he has been a value investor from a long period of time, and we are going to look at a lot of examples, talk about the future of investing in India, and a lot more. So stay tuned for this podcast, and the most important thing is coming towards the end. So stay tuned and have fun. So, hi Shailesh ji, how are you?
Hi, Shashank.
So I am very excited because I know you have packed a lot of knowledge today for the audience. But before we get into all the stocks and all the different sectors that we will be discussing about, first thing, how has your journey been with the stock market? How did you start?
So I started in 1999. We are NSE and BSE members, and our primary work was arbitrage.
Okay.
So we developed a huge arbitrage business in equities and then in commodities.
Okay.
We still do a very big equity and commodity arbitrage business. I was also always very interested in research, fund management. So I was doing a lot of research for many years. So built a lot of data, built a great website. And then in 2020, I launched my first product in small case.
Wow.
So I launched the product. It has been a great journey. We have a CAGR of more than 40-45%.
Oh my God.
And it has been a great journey that how we identify stocks, what do we do in our stock research. And so we have done quite well for in the research segment. We also have a PMS.
Okay.
So this is what is a small journey we have achieved right now.
Wow. I mean, 45 CAGR is insane, right? But
Yeah.
what is your style? Like a lot of people have value, growth, GARP, quant, momentum. Multiple styles are there. What is your style?
So basically, you see my tagline of my website, growth lena hai, sasta lena hai.
Okay.
So I think so. It is not about, it's just the balance of growth and the valuation, which is according to the growth. And then automatically the momentum comes in. So many people don't know there is passive momentum, there is active momentum. What is passive momentum? Passive momentum is every 6 months, NSE rebalances its index.
Correct.
And they already take stocks which is the highest traded or the higher according to the market cap. So if you have a passive momentum, most of the fund managers use that as a philosophy. So automatically momentum comes in that. That is called passive momentum. There are many people who use active momentum where we don't do that. But what we have achieved is that when you are already into a growth mindset and you also check the valuation, so momentum automatically comes because of growth.
Got it.
So if you're in growth and if you're in the right sector and in the right businesses, which has some futuristic aspect, then what we have seen is that automatically the momentum comes in.
So you buy great companies at lower valuation. Is that correct?
Not necessary. I would say growth companies where at reasonable valuation, and sometimes the future valuations are extremely cheap. The current valuation may be like a 70p, but if you go by FY26 or FY27, the valuation is only 30p. So we also take that in
that
the
was
strategy.
my question, because today market, everything is overheated and everything is at a high valuation.
Yes.
So I want to understand from your perspective. Now, in the market, there are a lot of noises, right? Everything is a theme. कुछ भी आप touch करो, theme बन जाता है market में.
Correct.
So I want to understand from your perspective, what are the top themes that you're looking at, where you can find this, growth and reasonable price?
Yeah, that is very important, that if you are buying a company which has a 70p and you have to know the future of those companies. So the sector analysis or the business analysis of the future is extremely important. Some people call it the mega trend. So I would like to show you some of the sectors which we are very bullish on.
Okay, let's go. Let's get into screen share mode, guys.
So if you study this sheet, we are extremely bullish on these sectors right now. I would rather not say sectors, I would say specific businesses. So I feel that the most important mega trend for the future is definitely AI. So if you study the data center growth till 2040 is about 22% CAGR. That's a huge growth. Wow. If the business will grow at 22%, can you imagine if you have the right stock, can grow at a much higher CAGR. Then you have the AI, then you have the cloud services. So I'll take you to one more slide.
Yeah.
Where I want to show you, I think so this is the biggest mega trend according to me for the next 15 years. And investors should really focus on this mega trend. Now, there are certain stocks which is mentioned here. They are not recommended for buy and sell. So friends, AI is the most important mega trend for the future. Now, if you want to do AI, you need to have a data center. You need to have hyperscale data centers. You need to have cloud services. You need to have GPUs, which is made by NVIDIA, which is the semiconductor. And because of this, the cyber security has to be enhanced. So these five, the most important is AI. But AI cannot be done if you don't have these, if the supply chain is not strong. So any stock or any company which is helping to develop AI. So these are the 5 areas, I think so this is the biggest mega trend for the next 15 years, is the defense space. And in the defense, there is one business which is most important. If you study today, all the fights, all the wars are happening with drones. You must have heard in the newspaper and all the news that all the fights is happening with drones. So anti-drone becomes a very, very important business. Whichever companies are making anti-drone will do very well. So there is a company, again, it's not a buy and sell recommendation, but just for knowledge sake, we have only one company which is doing very well in anti-drone, which I believe is very well, is Zen Technologies. It's a great company.
Can we deep dive in it if possible?
Yeah, we can deep dive. We can go and deep dive.
Just so that we can understand what is it doing in that space and what is playing out, what triggers are playing out in this.
Yeah, so let's study Zen Technologies business first. It is all obviously into the anti-drone. So let's study the business first. Let's take down the top-down approach.
Okay, wonderful.
So anti-drone systems, So the main thing is they have 155 patents.
Wow.
And anti-drone is the most important thing. If you want, I can show you a video. If you're interested how anti-drone works.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Introducing Zen's anti-drone systems, your comprehensive solution for modern aerial threats. Designed to neutralize and control the ever-growing danger of drones with precision and efficiency. RF Drone Detector, ultimate solution for identifying and managing drone activity with unparalleled accuracy. X-band radar, engineered for unmatched precision, superior resolution and reliability in detecting and tracking targets. RF Drone Jammer, for state-of-the-art security at your airspace with efficient jamming of multiple swarms of airborne drones. VDIT, video-based drone identification.
So you understood the importance of anti-drone today. Okay. So if this is now, let's see the bottoms of let's see the financials of Zen. If you study in 2022, their sales was only 69 crores.
Correct.
And 2023, the sales went to 218 crores. Profit from 1 crore became 42 crores. So this is the time we got interested in the stock. So whenever you see a great, number one, it was in defense. Number two, it had patents. Number three, the company also started doing great sales and profits. So when you have this combination, then that's a multi-bagger theory which we believe in. Okay.
And it didn't stop, right? Because in 2024, it went to 439 and then from 439 to 973.
973. And this year, probably it will be 1200 crores.
Wow. And PAT went from 2 crores to 280 crores.
280 crore. And this year, this quarter, if you see, is 100 crores. We might see a 400 crore PAT for March 26.
Wow. Now, I have a question here. You saw it in 2022 when the jump happened. So that was a clear indication that something is happening in this space. How do you know if something is really happening, or is just a short-term hype
that is why you have to study the business. If you study the wars, and
Yeah.
sometimes it is easy to identify. When we see drones, we keep on hearing drones, 500 drones being hit in Israel, Iran. Now if you study India-Pakistan war, the Pakistan was sending drones.
Yeah.
So that is an important. So which company is doing anti-drone?
Yeah. Got it.
So now if the fight will be with drones, then anti-drone defense system will be the most important business in the future.
Are we exporting drones also?
See, right now India needs so many drones that
Self-consumption
self-consumption is also very high.
Okay. Wow. Wonderful. Okay. Can you show us the chart if possible, just to see how the growth has happened from 2022 to 2025?
I'll show you the chart. Yeah. So if you study the chart, if you mark the chart on March 23, so this is where the first time the results came. But we didn't buy here, or we got interested when the June results came of 23. And the results, we actually, when we saw huge momentum also, because the result, whenever you have a great results and the company is futuristic, we also see the momentum coming in. Some people follow momentum and then they buy the stock. That comes under technical analysis. But where does the momentum come from? Momentum comes from great businesses who are growing in sales and profits and who have future growth in that business. So actually that exactly happened to Zen Technology in August 23 when we entered the stock.
Now I have a question. Yeah, it did. Obviously, it's given, I think, more than 3x to 4x returns in a few years, in 2 years, right?
Yeah.
After that, there has been a heavy drawdown. It has fallen down very drastically. Now, for a normal retail investor, if I'm investing in something like this and I'm seeing, do I book profits there and say, okay, do I keep like a stop loss there? Or are you telling me that this is a great company and ideally retail investors should hold longer? What is the theory?
This is the biggest question everybody asks. And what do we do? See, if you believe in a story, if you believe, that anti-drone is a great business, number one. First, you should have a great knowledge about the business. So anti-drone is a great business. This is how most of the wars will be fought on that. So the future understanding of the business. That is number one. If for number one, how do you develop courage and conviction? Then you study even the financials. If you go in the financials, they are continuously growing in sales and profits. And now what happened was, because the stock had from 700 to 2600, so what happened? There was a huge jump of 5 to 6x. And in January, February, we had a big, or even good stocks fell. Reliance went down by 25%. IndusInd Bank was down by 40%. So during that time, if you have courage and conviction, then you can hold on to that stock, because you know the business, you know the bottom line. See, what happened was the stock, because obviously the valuations had also increased. Okay. So when there was a downfall, people exited that stock. Okay. So it's very difficult to hold on to that. But if you're a long-term investor, this is how you make wealth. What happened? It fell. It came down to, if you study the figure, it came down to about 1,000. What was the low?
Yeah, 1,000.
Okay. And see, again, it is back to 1,900.
Wow.
So this is the conviction you have to build. That is, again, I repeat, 3 things. Number one, do you know about the business? Are you just investing in a stock, or do you actually own the company? When you own the company, you know about the business. You know what the company is doing. What is the promoter doing? What is the future of the business? That will give you the conviction that whether it is a mega trend or not. Number 2, you have to see, even if they're doing well, are they continuing to grow in their sales and profits? If these elements are there, obviously there are other elements, but if these elements are there, then you should have the conviction to hold on to that stock.
Interesting. I heard this statement where people said everyone is a long-term investor until the stock falls 20%, right? So but this is a drawdown that people have to have conviction to hold if they understand the business well.
Yeah, or if you don't know the business, then you will never have the conviction to hold on. And the business should be futuristic.
Yeah, got it. Can we look at another sector? This obviously was one of the fastest growing sectors according to the PPT with a 30-40% growth rate. We saw AI as well. Can we look at another very interesting sector that a lot of people are talking about? mobile manufacturing. This is something that has become a big trend in India, right?
Okay.
So what's going on there according to you?
So again, if you see, I think so. We are already Apple has already shifted their production. A huge Apple phone is being produced in India. We're already the second largest mobile manufacturing country in the world. So the government is very, very giving a lot of thrust towards manufacturing, and we have picked up mobile manufacturing in a very, very big way. I would like to show you a video, and you see the video and you'll understand what is happening to mobile manufacturing in India. It's a video by our Prime Minister. So
Let's play the video, guys. Let's play the video.
आपने देखा है कि गूगल ने भी हाल ही में ये घोषणा की है कि वो अपने पिक्सल फोन्स भारत में बनाएगा। सैमसंग के फोल्ड 5 और एप्पल के आईफोन 15 पहले ही भारत में बनना शुरू हो गया है। आज हम सबको इस पर गर्व है कि पूरी दुनिया मेड इन इंडिया फोन्स का इस्तेमाल कर रही है।
Second largest smartphone man with a market size of 4.1 lakh crore, and that's a huge, huge business what we have created. So the credit goes to the government, and we have done very well. And more Apple production, and because of the tariffs, more and more Apple production, mobile manufacturing will shift to India. So this figure, which we are seeing at $49 billion, may reach to $100 billion in the next 2 to 3 years. There's a massive growth which is expected here.
And what are the companies that are doing well in this space? Not a recommendation, but just
so I'll show you first Zen Technologies.
So these companies are not just mobile, but also they have other things, right?
They have other things, but mobile has become the most important criteria business for them.
Okay.
They do other things also, but mobile is the most important thing for them right now.
Got it.
So if you again study the financials, if you study in 2022, the sales of Dixon was 10,000 crores. In 2023, it was 12,000. 24, it was 17,000. And 2025, the sale is 38,000 crores.
It's a 100% jump. Wow.
More than 100% jump.
On that base, on the base of 17,000 crores.
And see the profits. From a profit of 367 crores in 2024, it has become a
1,000 crore. Wow.
Now, so if you now again, the stock has really run up, right? Now, whether you should hold the stock, again, it's not a recommendation, but it's an understanding, is it a great business? Is mobile manufacturing is going to increase in the country in a very big way? Number 2. So if you know the future is good, then should we hold on Dixon? Now, if you study the chart, can you please show the chart of Dixon? Again, this stock from 20,000, it was available at about 12,000 rupees.
Just in 1 year, yeah.
So it's, so if this is a monthly chart, and it started from 600 rupees.
And the drawdown is not very heavy in this compared to
No, it is. It is a 40% drawdown. From 2,000 came down to 12,000.
Okay. Wow.
So there is a 40% drawdown. But what happened is, because this is the favorite stock, everybody knows about Dixon. It has given a tremendous return, in the last 2 to 3 years. So what happened is, when the stocks give such high returns, there is a tendency, ab ye kitna badhega?
Correct.
And then we exit. But I'm repeating the same thing. Did it have 3 factors? Is the future of mobile manufacturing still there in the country? Is there any other competitor which is becoming big to the tune of what Dixon is doing? Number 2. Number 3, if you study the sales growth and profit growth, what is the condition? Now, if you see the quarterly growth, can you put the quarterly growth for March? So the quarterly sales is 10,000 crores.
Wow.
So minimum we'll see that they will do at least 40 to 45,000 crore rupees of sales. And the sales and the profit will be about 2,000 crore rupees of the company. 1 quarter is 465 crores.
Yeah. Wow.
So this kind of growth is only possible if you understand the business of mobile manufacturing and what is happening and what is the future of mobile manufacturing in the country.
Now, there are also competition here, right? There are a lot of people that have come into the space. So do you think that the space is growing faster than the
So if you study the market share, there's only another company which is done well is PG Electroplast. Again, it's not a recommendation, but it's quite small compared to Dixon.
Correct. They call it Chota Dixon in the market. Uska naam wahi rakha. So, Shailesh ji, I want to understand more about the first thing that you showed, which is AI. AI has, as you said, the semiconductor, data center, AI, cloud, even, for example, cybersecurity has become a big thing now, and it will just explode going forward. So, how do I dissect that space? What are the fast growing pockets over there from a sector standpoint?
See, today, what is AI? AI is artificial intelligence. It does things so fast. Whatever you can think, it does much, much faster and quicker. Everybody is using ChatGPT. In fact, India has the highest users of ChatGPT in the world. Now, if you know, it is a mega trend. It has a disruption.
Yeah.
Now I can take a company in US. If you study a company called Applovin, I think so. It has become from a $20 billion company. It has become a $100 billion company in 1 year.
Wow.
In 1 year.
What is it?
So they have done is they are into digital advertising and they are competing with Meta and Google.
Wow.
Because they have used AI. So AI, has become a very, very big trend globally, especially in US. India is picking up. So we need to have great focus on stocks which is doing AI, who are already, and because of the AI, they are able to grow their businesses, their franchises, their sales and their profits in a big way. That combination will be the lethal combination for the next stock picking. So we have opened our eyes in a very big way. And if you want to do AI, you need hyperscale data centers, correct? And the data centers will have the data centers will be made of GPUs, which is made by NVIDIA. So this sector per se, we cannot miss out, friends. Now, how do we make money? Once you know the mega trend of a sector, you identify, you don't build a conviction in a stock in day one. You buy a stock, and then slowly and gradually start understanding the company. Start knowing who is the owner of the company and try to see his interviews. Once you see his interviews, you'll know that this company, this guy has a great, great vision for his company. And you're already a small owner of the company because you bought the shares. Once you see the interviews, maybe you attend certain seminars where the owner of the company is present. You understand AI, data center in a deep way. As you will build conviction and you will see the quarterly profits and sales going up, you can again, and markets will give you an opportunity. The markets will again fall, okay, due to whatever reason, because of war or because of any economic condition. That is the time you can actually enter that stock again. And slowly, why will you enter that stock? Because you build the conviction and courage. You know the business, you know the future, and that company, like what I gave you an example of Zen, when it came fall, can you enter that stock? So this is what we can do to build great wealth. Now, if you want to buy few stocks in AI, then you have to build the conviction and then you build the story and hold it for 10, 15 years. And if you find a new company which is doing well, you don't exit the AI space. You may probably exit the stock and you enter a new stock.
Company.
But don't exit the sector.
And what about data center, if we can see very quickly?
Yeah.
Like Indian companies in data center, if we can check.
Yeah. So Anantraj is, again, it's not a buy recommendation. These are just things. Anantraj is set up a 300 megawatt, and if you study, Techno Electric has done it.
Yeah.
Blackbox actually builds data center. Okay. Then you have Netweb Technologies, which offers data center servers, AI systems, workstations. So these are all the companies which has already started doing some work in the data center business.
Interesting. Very interesting. Everyone, I think, who has got into this right now.
Yes, that is the future.
Our demand is too much, right?
Demand is too much. If I show you that it is growing at 20 to 22% CAGR.
Correct.
If a business is going at 20%, if you get the right stock, the stock can go at a CAGR of 40%.
Correct. Now, if data center and AI become such a big theme in the future, then I've also heard that power becomes very important to support AI and to support data center, right?
Correct.
So do you think that is also becoming a good trend?
Very, very big trend. So if you study power, this is the entire slide for power. So if you right now, India's government has said that we need 250 gigawatt of solar power by 2030. It's on the Ministry of Power website, and 125 gigawatt of wind energy. So this is the data which I want to show you. Presently we are at 75 gigawatt. It will go to 275. Okay. So I stand corrected. It's not 250, 275. And then wind from 45 current will go to 122 by 2030. So these two will generate the maximum. And obviously we are trying something in nuclear, but we are still in a nascent stage. In fact, in America, Donald Trump just announced that they want to go from 100 gigawatt to 400 gigawatt nuclear energy.
Correct.
So that trend will also come into India. Nuclear energy is a very big trend in US. It's also starting in India. Okay. So now let's go to the entire value chain. So if you go to the entire value chain, so the solar cell manufacturing, India only has 1% manufacturing of solar cell in India. China controls 80%.
80%.
80%
of the world?
World. And because of the tariff, many solar cell manufacturing will come into India. Presently, we have Vari and Premier who are doing it. In the wind energy, we have this space which is doing wind energy. Then after you actually generate electricity through solar and wind, it has to go through the transformer.
Correct.
From the transformer, then the transmission, and then the smart meter.
So this is where we're having a problem today, right? Transformer, I heard there is a lot of demand, but supply is constrained.
Correct.
Everyone's at peak utilization.
Mali nahi hai. They have said that the delivery time is 9 months to 1 year.
Yeah.
That's what we hear continuously.
And solar, I heard now Premier and Vari are such players that are now out exporting to US.
Correct.
I know now Trump has gone into little anti-green,
Correct.
but that is happening. And transmission also is a big theme, according to you?
Yes. So these are, and then the high tension cables, and then the smart meter. Government has a target that we want to install 25 crore smart meters by 2030. And so this entire area is very, very bullish. The renewable space is very, very bullish. And because of the huge demand of electricity in the country, the data center will consume huge demand. The electric vehicle charging stations will create huge demand. Then the Indian agriculture has a huge demand. So the solar pump has also become a very, very big thing in the country.
Correct. We saw a lot of PM Kusum Yojanas and all that.
So this space is also very, very bullish for the next 5 to 10 years.
So this will see an aggressive growth, you're saying, till 2030.
Yeah, if I can show you the growth, we had made a growth estimate. So I'll show you the growth estimate from the chart. Yeah, so if you study solar cells has a CAGR growth of 17%, transmission 11%, wind energy about 9%, nuclear will be 13%. So there is a growth here also
Wow.
in this sector.
So 3 very interesting sectors we have looked at, 4 sectors we have looked at now. Let's take one last sector that is not linked to any of this.
Okay.
Last, I know I'm irritating
No,
you a lot.
no,
one
not
last
at all.
sector. We've heard that India is going to become a multi-trillion-dollar economy going forward, right? We have to, right? We're getting to that point.
They're expecting that we will be a 10 trillion economy by 2030.
Yes. So if that happens, which is again a very immediate
Market
trigger,
cap.
market cap, then wealth becomes a big thing. So what about wealth management or mutual fund management? And our SIPs are flying through the roof, right? So do we have some data on wealth?
Yes. So if you see this slide, number one, there are only 3 exchanges in India: BSE, MCX, NSE, and 2 more are supposed to become very big: the Metropolitan Stock Exchange and NCDX. So these exchanges are, and IEX is also there, which is doing well in the electricity front. So all the exchanges, if we become a $10 trillion market cap, who will benefit? These exchanges, all the trades will be done in these exchanges.
Yeah.
So they will benefit. Number one, right? Number two, there are only 2 depositories, NSDL and CDSL. NSDL IPO is going to come. CDSL is already there. This was another great story of CDSL, where we knew that India is growing at such a massive rate. Now, if you study the demat account detail of, and people have not seen sometime, I want to show you the demat account growth. So if you see the demat account, it is growing. In 22, we had 11 crore demat, 15 crore. And we are growing at 35%.
Wow.
So, and there are only two companies, NHD and CDSL. So if India will become a 10 trillion economy, and the way right now also we have only 20 crore demat account. Many are duplicates because one person has 2-3 demat accounts.
Yeah.
So presently we are only catering to 5% of the population of the country.
Wow.
And more than 70% in US invest in mutual funds. So if the trend goes on, now more and more SIP will come in, more and more demat account will be opened. So there is a huge space of growth. When a country grows, the market or the financial market will grow.
Got it.
So the exchanges will grow, the depositories will grow. Okay, let me take you to the mutual funds.
And these are by default free cash flow companies. I mean, they have a lot of cash flow coming in with great margins and all of that. I know some of them have gone into lending and all of that, but if you remove that,
we can also show you we can show you the CDSL growth. If you want, if that is the question, I'll show you the CDSL, the sales and profit growth of CDSL. Again, it's not a buy and sell recommendation. We are just discussing the sector.
I hope you guys are getting good learning from this, right? Because I'm still learning on the job. So for me, it's free learning that's going on.
So if you go down, if you study in 2023, we had a sales of 555 crore in CDSL, which has doubled to 1,080 crores in 25.
2 years doubled.
In 2 years.
Wow. Even the PAT has doubled.
PAT has also doubled. 275 crore to 526 crore. The PAT has doubled.
And this is sustainable only because we are going into that 10 trillion.
10 trillion over time.
Over time.
So if that is going to happen, it has to reflect. Again, please remember that if there is a big trend, it has to reflect in the balance sheet. Now, if my son comes, Papa, I have studied for a year. End of the day, how do I know he studied? By the marks, by the mark sheet. So the balance sheet should reflect the trend.
Yeah.
So the trend, we know that there's a future trend, but that trend is reflected in the balance sheet also. So we want to see the future, but don't forget the present also. So that combination of seeing the present and the future makes a lot of money.
Got it. Very, very interesting sector. And I saw you had some SIP data.
SIP data,
right?
yeah.
I want to see the SIP data because I know in India SIP data is flying. Like I don't know from where so much money is coming, but aa raha hai, acha kasa aa raha hai. And first time DII has.
So this is the SIP data. So last year the total SIP was in 23-24 was 1,99,000 crores. And this year is 2,89,000 crore. See the growth. It is growing by 30% every year.
Wow. Even in 2018-19 it was growing.
Growing only because of the COVID it went down.
Correct.
Only because of the COVID. And then again it started.
So
and this figure is not going to decrease because people are still realizing the importance of SIP, mutual fund, savings. So this trend is continuously going up and we don't see the trend going down for the next few years or maybe next decade also.
So who benefits if SIP goes up, according to you? Like, is it AMC companies straight up?
AMC companies definitely go up. All the AMC companies, there are only few AMCs which are listed now, but all the AMC companies will benefit.
Wow. So, Shailesh ji, I know we've seen a lot of companies right now. But where do you think India is going to go in the next 3 years? Like biggest themes. I know you've already shown me drone and all of that, but aapko agar 3 sector bolna hai to best, which one would you choose?
Number one is AI. AI, data center, semiconductor space is the most important mega trend. So that is one. Number two is the energy space, renewable energy space, the green energy space. Number two, very important. Number three, I would say the defense space.
Okay. And what would you say is an antithesis on India? Like, I know we all like to see the good side, but if you had to say some problems that if we solve, we will...
I think so. We are still not executing the vision of... I think so. The government is on the right track. They have a great vision. I think so. We feel that execution is still not there. There are many people who want to come in. So we need to see more land reforms, more judicial reforms probably.
Yeah.
So because more and more people can actually start, we have a great startup industry now.
Correct.
But we need more to support the growth of, if you want to go to double digit, we need to support probably the government has to focus on more execution.
Yeah.
And that is only possible when we see certain more reforms.
Yeah, and we're seeing some niche sectors like space and all of that now in India getting a lot of importance. Geospatial, normal space, a lot of other things are coming in, right? Very interesting. Okay, one last thing. If you had to give our audience one piece of advice, young audience, let's say 25 to 30K range pe, ek advice, because India is growing at a very beautiful pace. If you had to give them one advice, what would it be?
Whenever you buy a stock, please check what is the sales growth and the profit growth of companies for the last 2 to 3 years. If you do that, you will never invest in a wrong stock. And try to study the business. Now, everything is available very easily. If you study the business, and you know the businesses which is futuristic in nature, which is quite evident in our day-to-day life. And then you see the balance sheets that they are growing in sales, they're growing in profit. Even if you do this, you will never invest in a wrong stock. You will never get stuck. If you hold that stock will again come back because you've invested in a great business and great financials. A great business, great financials is my recommendation always. And please try to learn fundamental. It is not so difficult. There are many people who want to learn trading. It's good. But try to learn fundamentals. What is fundamental? Fundamental is something which is, the foundation is strong. Please remember, from the fundamentals or the foundation comes the momentum. So please try to learn that.
And sir, if you had to recommend one book for people to read, doesn't have to be investing, just one book.
I think so. One book which is very simple, which gives you some of the ideas, The Art of Wealth Creation by Ramdev Agrawal.
Yeah.
It's a very good book where he gives you the QGLP. So you get the most important factors which moves the stock.
Wow. Beautiful. So guys, the main agenda of this podcast was to get as much knowledge from great fund managers directly to you. So abhi mat bolna ki retail investors ko pata nahi hai and all of that. Now I think you have enough knowledge. So again, Shailesh ji, thanks a lot for coming here.
Thank you,
really appreciate this, and amazing knowledge has been given today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you guys for staying till the end. And please go and check out Value Stock's website as well, and also all the blogs that you've written as well. Yeah.
Thank you
guys. See you. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.